for you to look beyond your office, because you are not going to be there all the time. It's good to look beyond. You see the elder statesman there, Chief Odige Oyegun, was a governor. He's not anymore now. Everybody knows that it's transient. Everybody knows. But you look beyond. Look at the bigger picture. Look at how one day you can also sit and be, when you are no longer the governor, everybody can still give you respect. More respect even.
The Oba of Benin, Ewuare too, has taken a swipe at the Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, saying it is good for him to look beyond his office because he's not going to be there forever. The monarch made this known during a peace meeting he organized for the leading governorship candidates for the September 19, 2020 election in the state. The meeting, which held on Wednesday in the Benin Palace, had the two leading candidates for the election, Obaseki of the People's Democratic Party and the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Osage Ize-Iyamu. The monarch, who spoke against the backdrop of the violence that had attended the campaign for the poll, called for calm. He said the campaign for the election was the most violent he had witnessed in his lifetime. He urged Governor Obaseki to look at the bigger picture rather than allowing the political violence to prevail in the state. He used a former governor of the state, Chief John Odige Oyegun, as an example. He said Odige Oyegun, who was also at the meeting, has left office both as governor and former national chairman of the All Progressives Congress and living life normally. He said it is good for you to look beyond your office because you are not going to be there all the time. You see, the elder statesman was once a governor. He's no more there now. Look at the bigger picture. Look at one day when you are no longer going to be governor and everybody can still give you respect. More respect even. That is the truth of the whole matter. Nobody is going to be there forever, and that's why people always say, oh, you're not going to be there forever, you're not going to be there forever. Yes, for the fact that somebody is not going to be there forever does not mean that the person should just do whatever he likes, does not mean the person should not be careful, because most of these politicians, they always think at that time, they know all of this is that they are not going to be there forever. They just want to use the opportunity to do whatever they want to do, whether you are doing good or you are doing evil. Your name will be remembered for. And again, he talks about all of them. He talks about Shaibu, he talks about Eze Yamu, and especially Oshomole, when he was saying some people will support you today, tomorrow they will be saying another thing, that they are confusing everybody in the state, confusing everybody is in the state, and that goes to every one of them. But I always take example of make example of this the Chief Oyegun and Lucky Grenadier. Despite that Lucky Grenadier is not even active. I don't know whether because of the case he had, because he was convicted of he was convicted, and which he paid fine for. So maybe that is why it's not really too vocal. It's not really, we are not seeing him more. But at least Oyegun has just been a calm person. He's been doing all he has to do. He does not, he doesn't talk much unless maybe somebody challenges him, and he will just speak. And and I don't think because it's elderly, because when your kind of character, irrespective of your old age, some people, their character will still be reflecting. We have people who talk like the way he describes Shomole. He talks before he thinks. So you can't tell me that at that age somebody will not be able to comport yourself. And that thing has been a trend from beginning. So you didn't just start when you see some people the way they behave. He didn't just start at that old age. He started right from where they are young. So I'm not sure whether because he's an elder statesman, because you could see in his nature that he's a very, very calm person, and they really need to take a cue from that. And also see Goodluck Jonathan. Of course, he has his own fault. Nobody is free of all of those things. Everybody has uh, their own excesses. So we all know that. But at least, and the Oba of Benin made reference to Goodluck Jonathan, that the only thing, one of the good things that Jonathan did was to, congratulate Buhari. Not that he didn't know what he ought to have done, but it calmed calmed everything, and it brought peace into the city. So it's giving them the same advice. Of course, kudos to the Oba of Benin for calling these people. And there's no way, and that shows that our traditional system of leadership is very, very strong. If not that the people that came and just disrupted all of the things that we held dearly. And that's why most of these traditional leaders, they are more powerful than all these governments, big governor or whatever. But because of the way they themselves, they threw themselves to all these politicians, and they believe that those ones they can, be because they are the ones that pay their salaries. But I don't think any governor or anybody can mess up with the Oba of Benin. You cannot. See the way he called all of them. He called all of them to, you can imagine the manner at which these people carry themselves, all these politicians, not talk of governors, even past governors. He called all of them, and they were also, they were greeting. You see the way they were reverent, you know, they were greeting him and giving him that respect. That is to tell you that nobody's going to go to, at least if you see a governor as a human, as a person, if you just go to see a governor, you have a handshake with him. You can't be bending down. Maybe you just feel like, but nobody, you can't be compelled to now be kneeling down, to be prostrating and whatever. You can't do it to a governor. I guess handshake, but no matter how whatever you are, once you see a king, you must give him that respect. The respect they carry is higher than all these politicians, and they have substance. The one who know themselves. But that Oba Bini, you dare not, because that seat alone, whosoever that will come there, no matter how whatever you are, that seat, you got to respect it, and you must put yourself in that this thing. They must respect that this thing. And those who have been mounting that manning that position, that Oba, that kingship, you know that they are well brought up, not all this one that you see everywhere. They do fashion parade, you see them, they go to this place. No, 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 no. And that's how you see that they don't even take them so serious. But this Oba of Benin, he was able to invite these people, no matter how whatever they came there. All of them, they were like, oh, Oba Tokpeye, Oba Tokpeye. That was what they were just saying. Everybody, you go to that place, you did not see Oba Tokpeye. Please let us know that meaning of Oba Tokpeye. If you are from that place, they respected themselves. So he was talking generally to all of them, because he was able to pinpoint, even if he was not mentioning him. He mentioned some people's name, but he was hitting the whole thing. He was hitting it, telling them, you can't just make everywhere be uncomfortable, confusing everybody here and there. So it's a good one, and we'll continue to say it. So kudos to the Oba. Okay, why was Oshomole not warned? Oshomole was warned. He said you can support it because he's the one confusing everybody. You don't need to tell, must he not say, must he come and say, oh, this and that? Everybody, even at each point he was making as his statement or making his point, where it affects you, even as a person. Everybody knows the rule or the roles every one of them has been playing. Okay. This is half the story. The Oba is indirectly preparing him to be ready to accept defeat in good faith. Okay, that's what somebody's saying here. For your mind, Abi. Okay, he's a liar. Oba did not do that. He's saying forgive them. That is one of the things in life. Of course, the most important thing, you're not going to be there. It's just everybody must tread with caution. That is just the whole thing. Oshomole paid agents. Okay, how can Onoba address any candidate like that, particularly a sitting governor? Okay, dethrone the Oba now, since he said that. Of course, he talked about everybody generally, and everybody knows where it affects him, even while they were there. So, guys, leave your comment below. Let's have your take on Oba's submission.